My first tournament was the Summer Sizzle 2 at Martha McLean, and I won it playing MA3. I was 13 years old. My name is Daniel Perry. My PDGA number is 132195, and my home course is La Mirada. I'm sponsored by Innova Champion Discs. I've been sponsored by them for about 3 or 4 years, as well as Los Angeles Disc Golf. The local club guys here at La Mirada have just been super supportive of me, and then I'm also sponsored by Ideo Sports. I got into disc golf about 7 years ago when me and my dad were a little bit bored, and he remembers his dad, or my grandpa, playing church softball here and never seen people playing disc golf, so we decided to give it a go. Went to a Play It Again Sports, bought some discs, came out here and just loved it and kept coming back. Go in, maybe? I played my first major this year at the PDGA Champions Cup. It was a blast, I loved it. New London is one of my favorite courses on the planet to play. Super hard, obviously, but it was really cool getting to see some of the best in the world take on one of the hardest courses in the world, and kind of being behind the scenes inside the ropes to see that and get to experience it was really cool. I plan to attend Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia, and I'm going to major in theology and apologetics, and I'm also going to be playing for their collegiate disc golf team, so I will be playing New London multiple times a week for the next few years, which I'm super excited about, and the rest of the courses out in Lynchburg are really good as well. Yeah, so after college, I'm hoping to go on tour for a year or two and kind of see how I like it. If I like it, I'm planning to keep pursuing it. You know, I love disc golf. I'm very passionate about it. So we're just gonna have to see where the Lord leads me in those next few years. I love playing with my dad. We play all the time. He's busy because he's a firefighter for LA City. So he's often busy, but whenever he's home, we can play. We love coming out here and playing. Love competing with him, but you know, he's in his 50s now, and I'm getting a lot better, so we like to play. I give him a 5-stroke handicap, and then he gets an extra shot per hole, and that balances out pretty good, and it's about 50-50 who wins, and I like playing from behind because it teaches me to play with pressure because I have to play perfect. I think Chris Shotwell would probably be my biggest influence, and Jim Klein. Chris Shotwell is an employee at Innova. He's the one that got me sponsored. He's in Estonia right now running Innova Europe, and he's been doing a great job over there. And then Jim Klein is a Masters guy, local here at La Mirada, and I call him my disc golf grandpa. But I played my first ever weekly with him in 2021. He showed me the ropes and just really kind of showed me how to play competitive disc golf. And then every La Mirada tournament he plays around, he walks with me for a few holes. When I was younger, I'd get really, really nervous the first few holes, and he would always walk right up and calm me down, and I still love playing with him and being around him. Yeah, so probably about once a month, and I go out to the factory store and I do some filming with the crew over there for their new products, the new discs especially, and that's just been a really special opportunity. They kind of had an opening. The guy that used to do all the commercials left. It was actually Chris Shotwell. He went to Estonia, and they needed a guy, so they asked me, and I was a little bit nervous because felt nervous on camera, but I was like, I get to try the new discs before they come out, so it felt like a really good opportunity, and I've really enjoyed kind of getting to grow into spending time on camera and getting more comfortable talking to the camera and stuff, and it's been really, really, really fun. Yeah, I was raised in a Christian household. My dad was a pastor, his dad was a pastor, and then going back a while, we had a lot of pastors and ministers and really people who were faithful to the Lord in our family. So it was like, grew up going to church and stuff, and then about 3 or 4 years ago, I really started to take it seriously. And it has changed my life, having Jesus in my life and reading my Bible every day and stuff. It really does make a difference when you start looking at the world through a biblical lens, and you can start to see why things are happening. And it's been a kind of a place where I can find comfort during hard times and know that there's a reason for every trial and hard time. At Champions Cup, the 3rd round, things were going unusually bad with the breaks I was getting. I wasn't really throwing bad shots, but there was one moment on hole 9 where I was in the perfect spot off the tee, had a 350-something foot shot right at the basket, one of the hardest holes on the course, missed my line by an inch, hit a tree, kicked like 80 feet left, hit another tree, started kicking backwards, hit a 3rd tree and kicked straight backwards, ended up like 100 feet further in the middle, like one of the worst parts of the course. And I was like, what is going on right now? Because that was like the 3rd time that stuff like that had happened that round, where I'd gotten like a triple kick into the worst part. And a proverb came to my mind, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And I just kind of was like, okay, like I'm going to fight as hard as I can to make the cut and get to play on Sunday and to pull myself out of this. But I also know that, there's some things that we don't understand yet, and if it wasn't meant for me to make the cut, then that's just, I have to accept that. And that brought me a lot of peace in the moment and really calmed me down, because I was starting to get worked up and frustrated, and I was like, there are some things I can't control, and like, I'm gonna try my best, but I have to know that whatever happens is in his best interest for me.
Did you end up making the cut?
I missed it by 1 stroke, that was a thing. It's like I got so unlucky and I only missed it by 1, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then I went out there on Sunday and caddied for Silas Schultz the final round, and it was a blast. And I was like, I'm gonna make the best out of the trip. But yeah. I think the flight of the disc is just addicting, when you hit it perfect, get the snap on it. And like, my favorite shot is like a slow fairway driver turnover. So you hit it on a little hyzer, it pops up and just slowly tails off to the right. It's like when you hit your angle right, it's just such a good feeling. I mean, I love the community. Yeah. I feel like it's a very unique community, where other sports, there's definitely, players are rooting against each other. But I feel like even in the midst of a tight battle, like, whatever happens, like, being in the battle and experiencing it is like half the fun. Obviously, I'm like super competitive, I want to win, but I could play, tons of different guys in SoCal and, be in a head-on-head battle and just love every second of it.